everyone. Oh, that was a resounding welcome. Thank you. Thanks you all for coming to the Delta Energy Park Going Commercial celebration. I'm Steve Serkayan, Executive Director of Customer Experience at BWL. Before we get started, I need to share a few safety announcements. In the event of a tornado, have you seen this beautiful bright blue sky day? Nevertheless, in the event of a tornado, head inside the DEP offices behind me. In the event of a fire, head to the Erickson parking lot to your right. Just a friendly reminder that the Delta Energy Park plan is operational, so in your tour and your visit here on site, please use caution when on site today. Now, I'd like to recognize some of our esteemed guests, and please hold your applause until all these individual groups are named. From the BWL Board of Commissioners, Chairperson Simone James, David Price, Tracy Thomas. Remain standing, please. You missed that memo. Who's over there? Dusty Horwick, Beth Graham, Deshaun Leak, and Larry Merrill. Welcome them. We have a number of elected officials I'd like to acknowledge, starting with Congresswoman Alyssa Slotkin. Delta Township Supervisor Ken Fletcher and Lansing Mayor Andy Shore. Senator Tom Barrett and Representative Angela Whitworth. And the other elected officials not announced, please stand and be recognized. We gathered on this site for the groundbreaking ceremony 3 years and 2 months ago. And we're excited to be back here today to celebrate the grand opening of BWL's Delta Energy Park. And so much happened during those 3 years, like the COVID-19 pandemic, that required a reinvention of the way this project was built and completed. It's also appropriate to honor and recognize the 6 individuals who died in the pursuit of building Delta Energy Park. Joe Bevins, Zachariah Bennett, Timothy Clark, John Lowell, and Neil Sago. These 5 individuals, who were construction consultants on the project, were from Indiana and died in a plane crash in October 2019 near Capital Region International Airport. And Cindy Schmidt was a welder who died of a health issue on the job in October 2020. All 6 individuals are honored with a star placed on girders atop the plant behind me. Let's please take a moment of silence in their honor. Thank you. Now let's recognize the folks who built Delta Energy Park. Please hold your applause until all the representatives stand. Construction Manager, Lansing Power Constructors, a partnership represented by Clark Construction and Barton Malo. Owner's Representative, Kramer Management. Design Engineer, Black & Veatch. Owner's Engineer, Sargent and Lundy. Transmission Line Contractor, Consumers Energy. BWL staff, where are they? That's right. And our labor partners in the building trades. Thank you all for your terrific effort. Now it's my pleasure to introduce General Manager Dick Peffley, who began his career at BWL some 45 years ago working at the then brand new Erickson Power Station. Dick?
Good morning, everyone. It's my honor to be here. We're here today to celebrate two major milestones. The retirement of Erickson Station at the end of this year and Delta Energy Park going operational. The BWL has a long history of generating power for its customers, and Erickson's played a part in that history. It went operational in 1973. Today, it still cranks out 165 megawatts of energy for our customers. Its closure means we'll be out of the coal business. Not too long ago, we burned 2 million tons of coal in the Lansing area. At the end of this year, we won't burn a pound. It makes the Board of Water and Light the largest utility in the state of Michigan to go coal-free 2 years ahead of our schedule. We have a history of providing reliable and affordable energy that doesn't rely on the grid, which is the importance of the DEP and its future going forward. Now it's time to be more sustainable. Delta Energy Park is the next chapter. It's the largest project we've ever undertaken. $500 million budget. And I'm proud to say today, with all the COVID issues, supply chain management issues, it was wrapped up under budget. It's a 260 megawatt combined cycle plant that created 1,200 jobs during construction. There was 1.4 million labor hours to construct the plant. A couple of fast facts that I find interesting. There's 30,000 yards of concrete in the floor of this plant, 10 miles of piping, and then this one, 20,000 miles of electric cable that was pulled to make this plant run. This project's opened doors of substantial economic growth for the region. Make no mistake about it, without DEP, the GM Ultimate Battery Plant would not be under construction a few miles from here. They're building here because of the low-cost, reliable energy that the Board of Water and Light provides. But also, we need to recognize all of the state and local government authorities to help get the incentive money to make this possible. They help the Board of Water and Light get this done. The word is spread. The word is out that the BWL has low-cost, reliable energy. We're currently working with 12 industrial companies. The smallest one is bigger than an automotive industrial plant that have expressed an interest to locate in the Lansing region. Now, will we get all 12? No, but I'm going to get one or two. I guarantee it. They're coming here. So I want to take a minute here, thank everybody that's helped support the board and continues to help support the board. I assure you, we're going to be back here. There's more to come. Thank you very much.
Our next speaker is Simone James, Chairperson of the BWL Board of Commissioners.
Good morning, everyone. I find it to be an honor to be here. I'd like to thank Mayor Shore for appointing me and the city council members who also confirmed me. Dick, where am I? Right here. Dick, I'm so proud of you. During my first tour with the BWL as a commissioner then, I think back in, 2007, I told you I wanted you to run this place, and I'm back again, and you're running it. So thank you for a job well done. I'd also like to thank my fellow commissioners who voted me in as the chair, and I will do my best to do a very good job for you and represent the interests of our board and the BWL. Let me take a moment and acknowledge David Price. David Price was our chair for 8 years, and he did an exceptional job leading the board. So thank you for allowing me to take the mantle up. Don't know how long I'll be on as chair, but I'll try to do my very best. Next, I'd like to share a quote with you from Benjamin Franklin. And it states, if you fail to plan, then you are planning to fail. Well, Dick Peffley and his executive team, along with the entire BWL workforce and my fellow Board of Commissioners, have done an outstanding job of planning for the future, as evidenced by DEP. Customers have asked for cleaner energy options, and the BWL has always worked to offer cleaner energy options. In fact, the BWL was the first public utility in the state to adopt a plan for a renewable portfolio. A plan that is committed to 50% clean energy by 2030 and carbon neutrality by 2040. I think that deserves a round of applause. We need to save our Mother Earth for our children, and the only way we can do it is with renewable energy. One of those examples is our partnership with Consumers Energy, which is right down the road along I-96. It's the state's largest tracking array, solar tracking array, Delta Solar, which is supplying clean energy for our BWL customers. As previously said, Delta Energy Park is replacing 2 coal-burning plants, so that's awesome. And we'll be burning natural gas, which is much cleaner. So, with that said, I'd like to wrap up by giving Dick another round of applause and the entire BWL team for a job well done, Dick. Thank you so much.
We're all sitting smack in the middle of Delta Township, which has been a terrific partner to host our 2 facilities, Erickson and our new Delta Energy Park. And who better to represent Delta is Delta Township Supervisor Ken Fletcher.
Well, good morning, everybody. We're so pleased to be here this morning to officially open the Delta Energy Park. You know, I don't need to say how important the Lansing Board of Water and Light is to the entire region. I know it's the Lansing Board of Water and Light, but really, they really do make a big difference to this entire region in terms of being able to provide good, safe, reliable power at a rate that is lower than a lot of the competition around. And as Dick mentioned, it definitely makes a difference too, not only to providing good power, reliable power to our residents, but it really makes the difference in the jobs that we are able to bring here and the jobs that we are able to create. There's no doubt that the GM battery plant would not be here without the energy deal that was worked out to make that possible, but also a lot of the other industrial, employers that you see as you drive through this area are here because, in part, due to having good, reliable power that's at a reasonable, good rate. So, having the Lansing Board of Water and Light is really a great asset to this region. So we're so glad that they built this new plant, built it here. We're very happy for the jobs that will remain here to run the plant, and of course the jobs that it took to build the plant, the construction jobs. Is great having them here in Delta Township. But I also want to commend the Board of Water and Light for what they are doing in terms of moving away from coal and dirty sources of power to clean energy, renewable energy, and going coal-free. All you need to do is turn on the news and watch the weather and see what's happening with climate change. You have 1,000-year rains happening down in Dallas that's flooding them. You're seeing all these other adverse weather effects that's going on across the country. You see the entire western half of the country is on fire literally every single summer, all as a result of climate change. So the fact that the Board of Water and Light is really being a leader, showing the way, and moving away from dirty coal burning as the source of their power really says a lot, and they really can prove to be a leader to the entire industry moving forward. So Dick, I do want to commend everything that the Board of Water and Light has done on that. I know when I was first running for Delta Supervisor back in 2008, it's one of the things that I heard from the residents at the doors. The Board of Water and Light at that point had been discussing whether or not to put up a new coal burning plant to replace this plant here. And there's a lot of concerns about that, and I know residents did not want to see another coal burning plant. So we're so fortunate that the Board of Water and Light listened to those concerns, listened to that, and went back to the drawing board, and now have come back with a new plant that will not be burning that. But we know that, you know, natural gas is a transition until we can finally get to the point where we're totally renewable. But definitely it's an important step in that process. So we're very glad that it's here. So again, welcome all to Delta Township. We're so pleased to have you here this morning, and we're so pleased that the Board of Water and Light built this outstanding plant. So thank you.
BWL is Michigan's largest municipal utility, and our owners are the citizens of Lansing. Who better to represent the nearly 100,000 citizens of Lansing is Lansing's mayor, Andy Shore, celebrating his 5th year as mayor.
More than 100,000. No. Good morning, everybody. This is, to me, a tremendously exciting day. We're standing here showing the growth and the progress. There is so much growth going on in Lansing, and this is another exciting example. Councilman Garza, we're growing the city every day. Thank you for being here today, Councilman Jeremy Garza. And I saw a whole thank you. I saw a whole variety of the Delta Township board members, so we appreciate you all being here also. I do remember when we were here for the groundbreaking. I can't believe, would you say 3 years and 2 months? Feels like it was yesterday, although we did have a small pandemic in the middle. But I do remember being here and looking. When you come to a groundbreaking, you know, you look and you think, what could it be? Well, here we are today, looking at this Delta Energy plant, hearing about the jobs and hearing about the clean energy, and it's tremendously exciting. You add to that, just a few months ago, we stood and said we're going to have a new battery plant here in Delta Township in the Lansing area. It's going to bring 1,700 jobs. It's going to bring $2.7 billion. And that doesn't count the ancillary benefits. And that doesn't happen without this plant that we're standing here today. A plant without coal, using natural gas, the next step. Everything that Supervisor Fletcher said, it's the next step. So it's tremendously exciting. And you add on top of that, Dick mentioned, you know, the federal government actually did their job, and they passed the CHIP bill. They passed the federal infrastructure bill. They're doing exactly what we need to try and boost our economy and grow our economy and provide for the whole world. So thank you, Congresswoman Slotkin, for leading that. We're all embarrassing him. Dick Peffley and our wonderful Board of Water and Light, they took this on. They knew the need. They said Erickson was great. Time to retire it. Time to start with natural gas, making our way to renewables, and here we are. So everybody came together to make this happen. Everybody did exactly what we needed, and I am tremendously excited. So Calvin Jones always reminds me when I first started 5 years ago, I said Lansing's time is now. Well, that hasn't changed. Lansing's time is now. We're tremendously excited to see this, and I can't wait for the next steps. Thanks, everyone.
Our next speaker is State Representative Angela Whitmer.
I got a promotion. All right, good morning, everyone, and thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here today with all of you and show my support for the grand opening of the Lansing Board of Water and Light Natural Gas-Fired Delta Energy Park. Thank you to the leadership and for your vision and how you executed everything. I've been looking forward to this day since I joined you for the $500 million investment that we broke ground in June. And it's helped bring more than 1,200 great paying, good labor jobs. And I'm really proud to be here with all our labor partners today. The Lansing Board of Water and Light Delta Energy Park project has helped to be an economic driver for the region and is why we can support new growth like the General Motors battery plant, their partnership with Ultium Battery, which I was thrilled to back, and it's a critical place in our Delta Township. This is also going to help us compete for other even larger economic deals like Dick had mentioned earlier. The plant secures Board of Water and Light's energy future and ensures we can provide reliable and affordable energy to the region while we still meet clean energy goals. Thank you again for having me today. I don't see Calvin around here, but he is the reason that I am here originally, and I really appreciate all the work he's done and support he's given all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Whitmer. I try to correct myself, Whitwer. I got one job today, get everyone's names right. I'll try to make this one better. Our next speaker is Senator Tom Baer. Come to the stage.
Thank you so much. I just wanted to thank all of you who had a hand and a role in pulling this together in this really seminal moment for the Board of Water and Light, our largest municipal utility in the entire state of Michigan, one that I'm proud to represent a significant portion of this region of our state, and have the opportunity to serve on our state's energy committee in the state senate, as well as when I was in the state House of Representatives. And I know how important energy security is for our state, for our region, and for the lifeblood, really, of our economy. We know that energy and the cost of energy, the reliability of energy, and the affordability and everything that goes into that, the ability to have it when you need it, is so important, not just for our residents who rely so much on the, whether that's home heating or electricity for their own homes that the Board of Water and Light provides, or really for our manufacturers. We know from those looking to locate facilities for expansion of their growth of their business, energy and energy costs rate very high on the list of considerations for our businesses and for our corporations looking to do expansion and relocation. And this will make us far more competitive. I appreciate all the work that was done. For all of you that had a role in this, Dick, thank you so much for your vision on this. I know this was built really with the intent and the vision in mind of future opportunities. And a wise person once said, the best time to plant a tree is 25 years ago, but the second best time is today. And today we open this facility to really provide those new opportunities and that attraction for growth into our region. I appreciate your vision to do that, and I appreciate each of you that had a role in this, and I'm really proud to be here to join you in this moment today. Thank you.
Our last speaker for this morning's program is Aaron Pangborn, Business Manager of IBEW Local 665.
Good morning. I am honored to be here on behalf of the Michigan Building and Construction Trades Council, the men and women working in the greater Lansing area. I'd also like to thank Mr. Peffley and the Board of Commissioners for once again choosing to use union labor on this project and for many projects to come in the future. I'd also like to thank our elected officials from Delta Township, the City of Lansing, and the State of Michigan. I know how much hard work this is behind the scenes to make this happen. Thank you again for that. Also, as Dick mentioned earlier, 1.4 million labor hours to create this. That's good paying union jobs. 1.4 million hours, the men and women in this area. We're proud of our accomplishments and look forward to working with you again in the future.
Thank you, everyone. This concludes the speaking portion of the event. Self-guided tours are available using the map in your program. I'm sorry? So you're welcome to grab a cookie and go on a self-guided tour and enjoy continued visits with your friends and colleagues, and media. You're welcome to engage in one-on-one interviews with everyone that spoke and others. So thanks again. Thanks for coming.
It's much cleaner than Lansing, so we're shutting down the last plant in the next 3 or 4 months, and then we'll be totally reliant on our renewable portfolio and our gas plant. So we will no longer burn any coal in Lansing. Our downtown plant, Eckert Station, was closed a couple of years ago, and as we roll this one off, Lansing